Hello everyone, welcome to organolysis. So welcome to another session of this name reaction. Now in this particular video we are going to discuss that the alkene metathesis reaction, and also called it is RCM, that is ring closing metathesis. So this reaction is very much important and very much useful for organic synthesis, and you can see that from the name, that is ring closing metathesis. So from the name you can predict that there is a mechanism of ring closing between two substrate, or intramolecular like that. Okay, so you have to know you can see that alkene, so it is basically an alkene or alkyne, it may be or alkyne, both can be possible. And you have then we have introduced an important term, that is metathesis. Now what is metathesis? Now metathesis is basically the double decomposition. Now what is meant by double decomposition? Now you can see that I'm already written over here. This applied to the two alkenes refers to the transposition of the alkene atoms such that two new alkenes are formed. So you can see from the reaction that if we have an alkene that is intramolecular, and if we want to cyclize between them, then how to do that? Now in this case we are basically used some different kinds of carbene complexes, right? So by which we can cyclize this kind of system. So from here the double decomposition means that we are going to get two different types of alkene, right? So from the reagents. So what kind of reagents are basically used? Now the first important thing of this reagent is the carbene complex. Now what carbene complex are basically used? That is basically, you can see that here, this is ruthenium based, another is molybdenum based, right? So we are basically using ruthenium based catalyst and molybdenum based catalyst, and this catalyst is developed by the Grubbs. Okay, so Grubbs is first developed this catalyst, that is basically called Grubbs catalyst, and he got Nobel Prize for it in the year 2005, right? So this is very much important for in organic synthesis, and it is also, this catalyst is very much useful. So this catalyst is basically the Grubbs catalyst, and you can see that there is another ruthenium based catalyst, and it is called Hoveda-Grubbs catalyst, and this catalyst is also called the Grubbs second generation catalyst, and this ruthenium based catalyst is called Grubbs first generation catalyst. And another catalyst is used for this alkene metathesis reaction, that is the Schork catalyst. Now from here you can see that if we have a alkene like this, that is intramolecular, and if we want to do a ring closing reaction, and how to do that? Now we can write this whole complex. We are not going to write this overall complex in many more time, so that is why in short we can write in this way, that is LNM double bond CHR, right? So we can write in this way. Now if we use this this catalyst in this medium, then you are getting this kind of product, that is a bond formation between here, and one more active catalyst is removed from the system, and you are getting another alkene over here. So this is why it is called the double decomposition, that is you are getting two double compound from one compound another, and it is basically entropically favored also, just because you are using only two and you are getting three, so that is why it is entropically much more favorable. Now let's see the mechanism and the catalytic cycle. Now when we are using this kind of alkene in the medium, and we are using this reagent, that is Grubbs catalyst or any kind of Hoveda catalyst or Grubbs second generation or Schork catalyst, like that we can write in this short way, so that we are using this one. So it will first react with one alkene of this whole ring, right? So it is basically used for the ring formation, and basically it is used for the reaction medium large, or the large ring or medium kind of ring, right? It is not used for the short ring. Now let's see that how the reaction takes place and why it is used. This is used basically for the medium and large ring formation, right? Now you can see that we have two alkene over here, and we are using this reagent, that is Grubbs catalyst, that you can write in the short way. And we are very much dealing with this, only this part, that is in carbene part, not the whole part, right? And with the Grubbs catalyst or Hoveda catalyst is basically the 16 electron complex, right? So they are basically 16 electron complex. Now see the first mechanism and how the active catalyst is generated. Now from here we are going to get an active catalyst. Now how the active catalyst we are going to get? See that first it will react with one double bond. That is how this is basically the 2+2 cycloaddition, right? So this is basically the 2+2 cycloaddition. Now it will reverse cycloaddition, that is or retrocycloaddition, and that is how it will go here, it will go here. From there you are getting this metallocyclic ring. It is basically called metallocycle, and it is basically called metallocycle cycle, right? So this is basically metallocycle. Now from here we are getting this metallocycle, and it will further undergo with this one and in this way, right? So it can now also a 2+2 cycloaddition. There is a possibility of 2+2 cycloaddition, and it will undergo in 2+2 cycloaddition, and you are getting this one. And furthermore you are getting this, after this reverse cycloaddition we are getting this one, that is your final product, and this is your active catalyst, and it will generate it from here. Now see the catalytic cycle, and why it is called cycle I will show you here. That we are basically called the cycle when we are using one catalyst and we are getting back after the reaction the same catalyst, right? Now see from here we are using this active catalyst, and we have the substrate like this. Now this is basically the whole ring part. We are not dealing with this whole ring part. We are basically considering this alkene part. This is our major concern of this alkene metathesis reaction. Now we have this active catalyst, and we have this alkene. Now it will first combine with this is your now your this is whole part is now your catalyst. Now it will react in this way, so that you are getting one more metallocycle, and it will further revert back in this way, so that you are getting this in this metallocycle. That is what it is. This is your metallocycle, and one more ethylene group will remove. This arrow means it will remove from system as a gas, so that you are getting this one, and it is your one more metallocycle. Now it can further do its 2+2 cycloaddition, so that you are getting this one, and here you are getting after the reverse cycloaddition, that is your reverse cycloaddition. So this is your reverse cycloaddition. Then finally you are getting this product, and you are getting back the active catalyst, and that is why what it is called the catalytic cycle. And this is how you are getting this final product, and this is very much important in organic synthesis, and it is very much useful for any kind of segment membered, 8-membered ring formation reaction. That is why it is called the ring closing metathesis. Now see the important key points, and then we will move on to the examples. Now the first key point of the reaction is the reagents. The reagents which are using is basically the carbene, and one more thing is that this is a 16 electron complex, right? So this is a 16 electron complex. Now see that next one is that is a reagent. That is not for the reagent, it is basically the medium and large ring formation reaction. For this large and medium ring formation reaction, we are using this catalyst reaction and the alkene metathesis reaction. And the next one is that it is basically incompatibility with this basic functional group like nitrilamine. So incompatibility means it will not very much well react with the basic functional group like nitriles or amines, like that. Okay, now one more thing, we have to know the trick and how to remember of this in the examination hall, and I will show you when we are going to discuss the example. Then I will show you the trick. So let's see the trick, and let's see the example. The first example, we have this one, and we are using 10 mole% of Grubbs catalyst, and this is your solvent, like that. So that we are getting this final product is this one. How will you get? Now we already see the mechanism. We are active with the active catalyst is basically react with this one, and it will for the reverse cycloaddition. You are getting this metallocycle, and this metallocycle will further react with this alkene, and you are getting this final product. And how to, next one is how to remember that, and how to do this in a short way. So that is how you have numbering. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. You have 8 bonds or 8 carbons actually. Here is one position is not carbon, is oxygen fused. Now you have 8 system, or you can say easily, in short you can say there is a 8 carbon. You can neglect it one, so just because we are not dealing with the overall reaction, we are just dealing with the alkene part. Now the first you have the 8 one, so you have to remember that when you are doing the product, then you have to write that 8 minus 2, that is 6. That is how it is. 1, we have this 3 over here. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You can see that is your formation of 6-membered ring. So from 8 carbon you are getting the 6-membered ring, and why we are removing this 2, it's basically the CH2 unit. From here one more CH2 unit will remove, so there is basically 2 carbon. So that is why you are using the short trick to find out this final product, and that is how you can easily predict the product, what will be the product. And when we are going to get the product, that your bond formation, there is a bond formation between 1 and 7, and you can see easily that that is your and there is a one more thing, is that you have to put a double bond over here. And you can see from here, that is you have 2 double bond in this case or this case, and you find after that you are finally getting these 2 double bond. So for short trick is that you have to first count the number of carbons over here, or any kind of functional heteroatom can be placed on the reaction in the ring. So you can easily neglect it, as you can easily consider it as a carbon. So that is how you have the 8 one. So from that you are getting 6 one. Then if you have 9 carbon, then you are getting the final product, that is 7-membered ring, and with a double bond like this. Now in this case, see that what will be the product. Now we are using 5 mole% of 3. Now what is the 3? 3 is basically, we are already in first numbering over here, that is 1 is, we can call the Grubbs catalyst as 1, the Grubbs second generation catalyst as 2, and the shock catalyst as 3. So from here you can say that we are using 5 mole% of 3. 3 means that is we are using shock catalyst. So when we are using the shock catalyst, then what will be our product? Now we have the 2 alkyne, or these are called terminal alkyne over here. So from here we have to do what we have to do first, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now again you can see there is a there we have the 8 number of carbons. So what kind of product we are going to get, that is we have 8, so that we are getting 6-membered ring with a fused double bond. And where the double bond we have to place, that is when we are just doing bond formation between 2 and 7. So that is why the double bond is placed over here. There is 2 and 7, that is one methyl is attached with 2 and 1 methyl is attached with the 7 number of carbons. So you can write in this way 3, 4, that is your 5. Now how to check that you are doing right or not? That if you have the 5, you can see that 5 in the 5 number of carbon, that you have do 2 CO2 substitution. Now from here you can see that in the 5 number of carbon we have the CO2 substituted in number 5 carbon, right? So that is how you can easily predict the answers. Now let's move on to the next one, that we have this kind of substrate, that and 3 mole% of this 3, and 3 means basically the shock catalyst. Now again you can see that this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, right? Now we have the 10 carbon in this whole ring, and we have the 2 terminal alkene over here. Now these 2 we have, now we can easily predict that we have 10. So 10 carbons means we are getting minus 2, that is 10 minus 2 means 8. We are getting 8-membered ring, and the bond formation between what and what, that is bond formation between this 2 and this 9, and that is how you are getting this final product. And how check that we are doing right or not? See first that we have bond formation between 2 and 9. So this is your 2 and this is your 9. So this is your, it has to be your 3 and it has to be your 4. Now you can easily see that in number 4 that 2 methyl is substituted. In this case also the number 4 you have 2 methyl substituted, so that the product which we are writing over here is correct. Now in the short trick you can easily predict, but you can also go through the overall mechanism, then also the same product you will get. Now next is the next example that we are using in this compound. We have 2 terminal double bond with alkyne fusion, and with this we are using 5 mole % of 2. 2 means the Grubbs second generation catalyst. In the 40 degree temperature we are getting this product. This is your product, right? So now how will you get from here? One more example you can write. Now this compound we can write in this way, that is we are going to write in the closure form. So if we write in closure form, that we have this active catalyst over here. Now this catalyst is first bind with this in the way that we have, that is ruthenium Ln double bond CHR. So this is your 2 + 2 cycloaddition, and after this reverse cycloaddition you are getting this metal cycle over here. Now it can attach with this in this alkyne by this 2 + 2 cycloaddition in this way, so that you are getting this metal in this metal cycle over here, and it can remove from the system in this way, so that you are getting a double bond over here and the extra bond between this ruthenium complex with ruthenium center, that is double bond ruthenium and with semi methyl, right? So that we are getting this one. So this is your another metal cycle. Now it can react with this double bond, so that in this way it can react with double bond, and after this reverse cycloaddition you are getting this final product, this one. So it's a very much a good example for the with its one we have 3 center, that we have one double bond over here, one double bond along with the triple bond, then we are getting a fusion bond with this along with a 5-6 membered with a 5-membered ring, fused bond, right? So this is how you get. Now one more example, you can see that this is your substrate, we are using 1 mole % of 2, that is Grubbs second generation catalyst. Now this, how to predict what will be the product? Now you don't need to do the overall reaction mechanism. You can easily predict in a short way, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we have 8 carbon, so there is a bond formation between 2 and 7, and you are getting 2 and 7 in the place of 2 and 7 you are getting a double bond, and you are getting from 8 to getting 6 bond, that is your 6-membered ring along with the double bond over here. So this is your one part. Then from here we are getting only this one, that is this 6-membered ring. Now one more thing is that this is your another possibility of the ring formation, that is this is your now 1 2, this is your 3 4 5 6 7 is 8. So there is also formation of the another possibility of formation 8 to 6, that is 6-membered ring along with the NCO FCO CF3. So that is how we are getting this final product, this one. So that in a short way we can easily predict what will be the product, and that is what it is very much important, and that is why the Grubbs basically get the Nobel Prize for this for his Grubbs catalyst, and in the year of 2005. Now let's see the previous year question that we have, that in case of CSIR NET December 2015 the question came is that, and this question is directly take from Caruthers. So we are getting this question from the Caruthers. Now what we have, you are getting this you are given this substrate with 10 mole % of 1, that is basically the Grubbs catalyst. So when we are using the Grubbs catalyst, now what will be the product? So this is your 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, and there is a bond formation between 2 and 7, and one more lithium will leave from the system as a gas, so that we are getting a bond. So this is your product like this. So this is your product. Just basically you have the 2 and 7, 3 4 5 and 6. So you can see this is your 4 and 5 with a hydrogen in this way. So this is your product, and there is a double bond over this 2 and 7. Now next the step, you have given this H2 palladium, and second step you have this lithium aluminium hydride. So first step, that is H2 palladium, what he have done, it is done basically to reduce this double bond. It is basically used for the reduction of this double bond, so that you are getting this one. This is your final product, this one. But in the second step you have given this lithium aluminium hydride, and what it can do to remove this C double bond. How it can remove that? First it will remove this double bond it will convert it in this way, and finally it will double bond this double bond back, and it will leave from the system. And after this imine formation, then this imine will further removed by using this lithium aluminum hydride, so that you are getting this final product is this one. So this is your final product. The question came in 2015. See the question how easy was, right? Now the next and recent question which was came in CSIR NTA NET 2019 December. Now the next question is that you have given a substrate like this. You have two reagents, that is one step you have given this styrene and PtCl2, PPACT3 and DMF, and the second step you have the Grubbs catalyst. From the Grubbs catalyst you can easily predict there is a formation of ring, that is there is a formation of ring closing metathesis. But if you see carefully the substrate that we have, but one double bond is given, there is no such double bond is present to couple or to cycle to form a ring. So there is no chance of formation of ring. But in the first step you have given the substrate, that is your styrene in the presence of palladium catalyst, and that is how you are getting the product that we have that contains a double bond. So you have to prepare first the substrate which will undergo the ring closing metathesis reaction. So this first step is basically the Heck reaction. Now in this video we are not going to discuss the overall mechanism of Heck reaction. We will do a separate video for this all the coupling reaction, right? So in this video we are basically do that if we have a alkyl halide over here. So the basic things of the Heck reaction is this: we have the alkyl halide and we have a alkene substrate, if like this, so that we are getting in presence of palladium catalyst we are getting the final product in this way, right? So this is your final product that we have. See, now the next important thing is that of the reaction is, so this is your basic thing of Heck reaction. Now in this case what will be the product? Now I will show you here that what will be the product. That is your MEO double bond. This is a double bond. This is your double bond, and you have now what will be the product? You have this styrene. So this will attach with this iodine center, and then you are getting this product, right? Now you can easily predict what will be the product. Now see the first the numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So we have 9 carbon. You can ignore this one. You can easily consider it as a carbon. Oxygen is considered as a carbon. So that we have 9. So from here what kind of ring we are getting? That is 7. So what will be the product? Now you can see the answers, options which you have given. You have given the same kind of options, but there is a changing of the placing of the double bond. In this case over here, and one is in this case here. Along with this one, in the one option you have the phenyl substituted and another is phenyl desubstituted. Now what will be the product? Now how can you predict that? Now in case we are we know that what will be the product, there is a bond formation between 2 and 8, and you are getting this final product. So this Grubbs catalyst first react with this double bond, and how it will react I will show you here, that you are getting this first. So it will first react with this metal Ln double bond CH2. So it will first react with this, so that you are getting this one metal Ln, and you have this one, right? So it will first in this way. So 1 mole of ethylene will leave from the system, and you are getting one metallocycle, that is double bond O, that is double bond pH, and CH2 in this way, right? So that we are getting this metal Ln. This is a metallocycle. So now it will react with this one, and after this reverse cycloaddition, this PHCH2 will leave from here, and you are getting the final product, this one. So option A will be your correct answer, and the question recently came in CSIR exam, right? So this is very much important for your exams as well as your reaction in organic synthesis. So I hope this video is very much helpful for you, and is very much important for your exams. Basically this is used for the CSIR, NET and GATE exams, right? So I hope this video is very much helpful for you. If you find this video useful, share it with your friends as much as you can. And that's it for this video. And if you have any doubt regarding this alkene metathesis, you can ask me in comment section. I will try to answer all of those questions, right? So that's it for this video, and thank you so much for watching.